Hey guys, so in this video, I want to talk about speaking pressure and how can you lower the pressure when you are speaking so that you can improve your fluency and confidence. And I'm not just talking about speaking in a foreign language, in a second language. This video that I'm creating right now also applies to people who are also trying to speak in their native language. Hey guys, before we return to the video, I just want to tell you that ESA is now open for application. So if you are a professional or an expat who need to urgently speak English in your life, make sure that you check this out because it's going to be super interesting. So go on the website, click apply now, and we will get in touch with you if you guys are a fit into this program. So back to the video and enjoy. So in many of my videos, I talk about one of the biggest enemies that gets in the way of your fluency and confidence is your own psychology, meaning things that you think about in your head, things that are happening in your head that really affects your way of communicating out loud when you're speaking to other people. So this is a problem that I also experience almost on a daily basis. Not when I speak to other people, but when I speak to the camera. When I speak to the camera, there's just this added pressure on me where I have to sound perfect, or I shouldn't make a mistake, or I should not make any grammatical errors in my speech. And also, I also have this added pressure on myself where it feels like I have been doing this YouTube thing for about 8 years, so I should be good by now. And all of this pressure, a lot of these stories that I put on myself, that I make myself believe, actually makes it so much harder for me to get words out smoothly. So right now, I feel a lot better speaking to the camera because I've lowered the pressure, because I have gone into a breakdown yesterday for feeling so shit about myself for always messing up in my videos. And I realized that what keeps on happening is that when I speak to the camera, I always interrupt myself. It's like, oh wait, I think there's a better way to say this. Oh wait, I think I shouldn't get into this point first before I make it to that one. Oh crap, I think I pronounced that word wrong. Oh, people are going to shame me for this. People are going to write negative comments about this. And all of these things was what was making it difficult for me to actually finish recording a video. And this tip would also apply to you who's also trying to speak to a foreigner or to other people in a second language. Oftentimes when you're speaking in a second language, there's a lot more evil voices in your head. Like, oh, your accent is bad. Oh, the other person will not understand you. Oh, the other person will think that you're stupid for pronouncing a word a certain way. And all of these, they are not going to do any favor. So I do a lot of things to get me to a place where I feel more comfortable speaking out loud to the camera in my case. So one thing that I did that really lowered the pressure so that I can feel more comfortable speaking to the camera is to tell myself, it's okay if you mess up. So one thing that I do before recording a video that actually helps me talk smoothly to the camera is to tell myself, do not perform, communicate. And this is literally the same tip, the same advice that I gave to you in my previous videos when you need to speak English spontaneously. When you're speaking English spontaneously, a lot of times why you get so nervous, why you blank out when you have to speak, is because you always put pressure on yourself. Oh, I have to speak English well, otherwise blah blah blah. You have a lot of self-judgment. You also have a lot of these assumptions that the other person is going to judge you for not speaking perfectly. So all of these negative thoughts that you have, your own story that you create in your mind, these are all the enemies that need to be taken out of the equation. All of these thoughts, all of this narrative is making you get into a performative mode. You're performing. And when you're performing, that's a lot of pressure. Whereas when you're just communicating, you're just talking to someone. And when you feel relaxed, some other parts of your brain started to work. And when this part of the brain works, words come out. So this is a reminder for you, but also for me, that the key to fluency is just to relax. Your fluency is closer than you think. Many times it's not about not having enough words or not having enough skills to communicate, but it's more about managing your internal dialogue so that things just can come out more smoothly and more naturally and more confidently. Even though this is an advice that I always give in my videos, sometimes I forget to apply it
in my life, myself. So yeah, this is just a casual video where I'm telling myself to relax, and hopefully that it can also help you and remind you to relax when you need to speak. And I think that there's even a study that talks about this. I think it's quite an old study, actually, I forgot when, where people who are, have consumed a lot of alcohol and to the point of being drunk, they speak better foreign languages. Why? Because they just have no shame. So there you go. I hope this relaxed, chill video speaks to you. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.